Behind the rows of cages were dozens of dogs, waiting. Some had been there for weeks, some for months, and a few had spent years hoping for a family that never came. Every morning, the shelter lights turned on. The dogs would wake up and rush to the front of their cages, tails wagging. Maybe today would be different. Maybe today would be the day someone stopped, smiled, and said, "That's the one." Families came and went. Cute puppies were adopted quickly. Young dogs found homes. But many of the older dogs stayed behind. As the shelter grew quiet each evening, they watched their friends leave one by one. And then there was Max, a gentle brown dog with kind eyes. He had arrived at the shelter after his owner passed away. For over a year, nobody chose him. Yet every day, Max waited by the cage door. He never stopped believing. One cold afternoon, a little girl named Emma walked into the shelter with her parents. She looked at every dog. Then she stopped in front of Max's cage. Max slowly stood up and walked toward her. The shelter volunteer smiled. "He's been waiting a long time." Emma knelt down and placed her hand against the cage. Max gently pressed his paw against hers. In that moment, something special happened. No barking, no excitement, just a quiet connection, the kind that doesn't need words. Emma looked at her parents and whispered, "I think he found us." A few hours later, the cage door opened. For the first time in over a year, Max walked out, not to another kennel, not to another waiting room, but to a home. As he stepped outside, his tail wagged faster than it ever had before. That night, Max slept on a soft bed beside Emma's room. Safe. Loved. Home at last. Because sometimes, the dog that waits the longest is the one who needs a family the most. The next morning, Max woke up and looked around. No cages, no barking from crowded kennels, no cooled shelter floor. For a moment, he didn't understand where he was. Then Emma ran into the room with a big smile. "Good morning, Max." His tail started wagging instantly. That day, Max explored his new home. He chased a ball in the backyard. He rested in the warm sunlight. And for the first time in a very long time, he felt truly happy. That evening, Emma sat beside him on the porch. As the sun began to set, she wrapped her arms around him and whispered,